Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway here tonight for the Martin Sports 180 in the Below the Double Yellow Racing Series. This is VSPEED and race number 18 of 20 of this chase for the championship. It is going to be a good one here in Sin City. The drivers maybe going to roll the dice and continue to fight for this championship. It is a tight battle at the top of the standings amongst the top three in points, and we're excited to see how they do here tonight as that battle continues to shape up. My name is Adam Baker, and I'm joined alongside up here in the booth by Alec Martinez. Alec, how are you feeling about coming out here to the desert and getting some racing out here on this slick racetrack?
Well, buddy, I'm feeling really good. One of my home tracks, I guess now my home track as Auto Club Speedway has been kind of demolished at the moment. But yes, Vegas is one of those racetracks. It's always awesome to come out to the West and great fan experience, but a great product on the racetrack. And I think we're going to see great racing here tonight. A mile and a half with the Xfinity cars always tends to be pretty entertaining. And these guys always know how to put on a good show. And I expect to be a very green race. We might get an incident or two during the race, but I expect strategy to be a big part of it. And I do expect, I think track position is probably going to mean a little bit. We know Vegas might be a little bit harder to pass at, so we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a very interesting race. As we'll go to our track info. Mile and a half, the old cookie cutter shapes is 20 degrees in the banking, 8 degrees on the front stretch, and opened up March 30th, 1996. Was reconfigured in 2006, and I believe Mark Martin won the first one. And when reconfigured, I want to say it was 2007, right? When they came back?
I think so. And that was probably, that may have been Jimmy Johnson that
I think
year.
it was Jimmy Johnson. Yeah.
The battle with Matt Kenseth, I believe, coming to the line there, either 06 or 07. But definitely a lot of great racing has happened here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A very interesting track, a little rougher surface at this point, and tire wear going to be important for the drivers to consider as this one goes on throughout the evening. Taking a look at our points going into tonight's race, it is Jeff Wright back up on top of the standings with 6 victories through the first 17 races of the season. He has been in top form and dominant last week once again. Seth Hatchell lost the points lead after a decision late in the race cost him a lot of track position, but he falls to second. Bailey Turner also in the hunt for the championship. Everybody else maybe just a little bit too far back. Doesn't look like AJ Stravato is here tonight, so that will likely eliminate him from contention. We'll have to see how things go here for the next 3 races left this season, but it has been a great one so far, and of course, interested to see who is able to capture the trophy at the end of the season. We head to the track side where drivers are qualifying. Take a look at who is on the track. We got Chris Simard putting a lap in. Jeff Wright goes to the top of the charts. He's going for lap number 2. Trying to get a little bit more practice in, but not able to improve his time just yet. Pretty good field tonight as well, and a little bit more of our race analysis down here. 120 laps, and we have 4 tire sets available. So, Alec, do you have any thoughts on the tire wear and some strategy calls that these guys might make throughout tonight's race?
Well, I think tire wear has always been cause of concern in Vegas. It's always one of those tracks where I feel like tires will wear with these Xfinity cars. They should wear. How much does that change the handling? I'm not sure over a run. It just depends. I would expect these cars to be a little more tighter than normal mile and a half than we probably saw at Chicago. But I do expect that we're going to see these cars more planted to the ground. So I would expect Save the Right front with only 3 tire sets going to be in the pits. Or are those 4 tire sets or 3 tire sets available in the pits?
I think 4 tires in the pits is what we were seeing.
4 tires in the pits. So then, yeah, I think... I mean, if you base the averages here out of a 120 lap race, so I mean, I think you can every 25 laps really, if you get cautions, which I don't really expect that we do, but if we do, I think maybe every 30 laps really, I think you're going to want to probably come in and pit. You're not going to want to 3-stop it. You're probably going to want to either cut this race in half or cut it into thirds, and I expect that we'll probably see that get done here throughout the race tonight. So. Interesting to see how guys, strategize, and obviously Jeff Wright, I think being the best car in town here, being on the pole, I think for sure he's got to be the favorite.
Yeah, looking pretty good so far. 28 1,000ths faster than Keith Mayato. They were the 2 quickest in practice as well. Brody Hayes, who's been so quick all season long, looking for that first win. He looks like he's going to be rolling off in 3rd. Seth Hatchell qualifying in 4th. Trying to keep pace with the 48 machine. He's been right there on him all season long. Angelo Ronis was also quick in practice. Doesn't look like he got quite the lap that he would have liked here in in qualifying, but we'll see how he does. Looking for his first win of the season as well. We just have one more minute left in qualifying, and it looks like nobody else going to take to the track. We'll have 19 drivers in the field. A couple of guys making returns tonight. That's Eric Hutton back out here. Looks like Caleb Weekly, Ray Massey going to be on the track as well. Zach Smith, I believe, also making a return for the first time in a little bit. So good to see a few more guys here late in the season, and should be an exciting race tonight. We're going to go to a quick word from tonight's race sponsor, Martin Sports. We will be right back. And we are back at the racetrack. Cars starting to grid up here tonight from Las Vegas in the Martin Sports 180. Let's take a look at our starting lineup here tonight from Sin City. Jeff Wright going to be rolling off from the top spot, so he captures the pole. His first in a little while. Keith Mayato going to join him on the front row and have a good shot at a good finish here again tonight. Brody Hayes going to be rolling off from the third place. Seth Hatchell second in points. He'll start from the fourth position. Angelo Ronis, good qualifying time there. He'll go fifth. Noah Mikalski, who also looked very fast in practice, he's going to be starting from the sixth spot. Rolling off from seventh position, it'll be Chris Samard, the number 77 machine. Justin Carey in eighth place on the grid tonight. Caleb Weekly rolling off from ninth, and Ray Massey going to round out the top 10.
In 11th is 13 points leader, I guess, non-chaser points leader, Cody Atkins. And Eric Cutt making his return tonight. Max Cost and Alan Dice roll off in row number 7. Then row 8 is going to be Nathaniel Ostrowski and Dallas Sullivan. Bailey Turner, championship contender, going to be rolling off the 17th position. Zach Smith, going to see him back in the 91 car. He'll be rolling off 18th in the up there disc golf car. And then Robert Happy Gilmore back in it here tonight. Met him actually at Vegas last year. Really good to talk to him. Good to see him. Good to see him back in the racing, into the racing field. And I believe we're in for a show tonight. And like I said, Vegas being, you know, the, I guess, betting capital of the world, I got to think that Jeff Wright, if he were on the odds makers list, got to be the favorite here to win this race.
Yeah, he's been the favorite pretty much every single week with 6 victories so far already, and he could, you know, get up there close to 10 by the end of the season if he can sweep the rest of the way. But there's a lot of very strong drivers in the field, championship contenders. You know, anybody's got a shot at it really here tonight. But it'll be Jeff Wright in the 48 machine getting us going. Alec, do you have a pick? Is it going to be the 48 machine for you?
I mean, how can you not go against the 48? I think is really the thing. I think Keith Mayato, Brody Hayes, Seth Hatchell. I think Seth Hatchell's maybe one of those guys, but you know, the books are rich for a reason because everybody bets the favorite, and I think, well, you're gonna make money if you don't bet the favorite, right? And I think Seth Hatchell, man, he's the only guy that's really been able to compete with Jeff Wright. I think we saw Chicago with the dominance that Seth had. I think why not? I think Seth Hatchell gets it done here.
Yeah, I'll go with the 48 then, as you left him up for grabs there. But we are headed into the restart zone. Jeff Wright gets us going from Las Vegas in the Martin Sports 180. And Jeff Wright able to clear out of turn number 4, and he has the lead in his possession. Keith Mayato able to also get clear. He's going to stay right in the draft of the 48 machine as they cross the stripe, and side-by-side teammates Seth Hatchell, Brody Hayes fighting for third. Look at Hatchell power on the top side there.
They got one. He might get the 2-for-1 special down the backstretch, utilizing that momentum on the outside middle lane. He's up to the outside of his teammates. Keith Mata here, and I kind of think Seth's realizing track position's important. How about the 03? Noah Mahalski up to fourth, getting by Brody Hayes and Angelo Ronas. So the Ronas kind of getting stacked up behind Hayes, Samard. How about Caleb Weekly as well in the 7th car? Taking up inside the top 10.
Yeah, multiple grooves being used so far in this one. They go single file, but look down into the corner. The 21, Justin Carey, enters low. There goes the 7 machine right down in front of him. And now they've gotten a bit single filed out here amongst the top 10. The first battle now for position. Max Cost and Alan Dice side by side right here in 13th and 14th. And Dice trying to roll the top side. Let's see if he can carry that momentum.
Almost contact for 4th here on the racetrack is Keith Biotto and Owen Mahalski. Mahalski kind of pushed up in the dirty air of the 8, almost got into the side of the 36, and those guys battling side by side for 3rd on the racetrack and give the 03 the spot into turn number 1. How about Noah Mahalski? Great run here so far and into the top 3 in a podium spot. We always seen him be pretty fast on these mile and a half, and I think it's smart for him. Let's stay behind the 8. Let me see what I could do on this long run. I know he's trying to go out and pass right now. I think you want to sit behind the 8 and learn from him, really.
Yeah, he's pushing his tires maybe a little bit more than he should, but he is right there putting a lot of pressure on the 8 machine. He's going to send it down into the corner. 8 car of Hatchell shuts the door, and he'll hang on to the 2nd spot. Further back here, looks like pressure on the 21 of Justin Carey. That is the 55 of Cody Atkins. Here comes Eric Hutton.
The 8. Hutton down to the inside of Atkins. I think he's going to get that spot. And Massey falling right behind him, but Carey pushes up in front of the 8, and the 8 has to come out of the gas with the 55 on his outside. There's Bailey Turner as well in that 24 car, getting by Alan Dice.
Yeah, already up 4 positions in the Celsius machine. Going to complete that pass, move into 13th place. Still a long ways yet to go, and not sure why he didn't put a qualifying time down, but maybe he wanted to give himself a little challenge here tonight. He had quite the challenge last week in Martinsville and got involved in chaos at the lead, so I guess you're not really safe anywhere. See how he's able to do throughout.
Oh, Mahalski now to the inside of Seth Hatchell. I think Seth Hatchell, I know he's thinking save tires here, but I think maybe just let the oh my goodness, what a hit for Noah Mahalski, and Seth Hatchell's in it.
Oh my goodness.
And that might be the championship for the 8 car as the 03 head on into the outside wall, almost upside down, and the 8 car destroyed with them.
Yeah, they were battling hard. Hatchell just kind of came down. Oh man, what a hit.
Man.
You do not see cars hit with driver side that hard very often. Let's go back, take another look at this. Oh, brutal contact there.
Goodness.
And Hatchell, I think his
hard hit.
The right rear.
He's got to be destroyed. The suspension, I think, is bent on the right rear. Yeah, look at that. I think that's going to be unfortunate. That's going to be Seth Hatchell's championship. And Jeff Wright being the leader and looking like he's going to be able to win this race. I don't know. It might be it. Now it's up to Bailey Turner, who's sitting in 11th right now, and got some laps turned, but
on board here with Mahalski. Oh man, just nothing you can do.
Nothing really. Yeah, nothing you can really do. The 8 car, I think the 8 car maybe tried to tuck in line behind him, and he just misjudged it and hooked him to the right side, and hit him almost head on to the outside wall.
As the
now
field,
everybody's coming down pit road.
Yeah, working on the pit lane, led by the 48 machine. What a change of events already in this one. You think anybody's going to take 2 tires to try and gain the track position early on here?
I don't know. I think it's. I think if you want to get track position, why not? Really, I think why not? And as we say that, Seth Hatchell has pulled it into the Neon Garage, and that is going to be his race done for the day. And Cody Atkins is going to be probably the first guy on 2. He's going to take tire. Oh, actually, I think
he may have slid through the box there. Yeah.
Yep.
Not seeing anybody else rolling. Good.
2 tires, maybe. Look at the stop for the 36 team.
Wow, great
Gets
stop.
him to the lead. I don't know if Hayes got to the 48, but what a stop from Keith Mayato. That's going to be lead for the 36.
Yeah.
55 decides to stay out. I don't think he will, but wow, that is just unfortunate for Seth Hatchell and Noah Mahalski. 2 cars that look like maybe might have had something for Jeff Wright. Well, they're both out of it. I got to think Jeff Wright's sitting pretty now in the lead, but who knows? Keith Mato, maybe Brody Hayes can stay with them. But yeah, Bailey Turner. Hey, Bailey Turner's gonna have to put something together here, and he is back in 15th.
Yeah, not a great pit exchange for him. Long time on pit road, actually.
17-second stop.
Yeah, I think it may have been the longest time on pit road, other than for the Ford machine of Robert Gilmore. But yeah, Bailey lost the spot there. Here comes Cody Adkins, going to bring it down pit road after his issue getting into the box. So he'll lose a bit of track position, go from I think just outside the top 10. You know who I was looking at in practice and had a really good qualifying effort as well? That's Justin Carey. You know, he's been improving slowly but surely, kind of each and every race. Looked pretty good in practice. I think he was close to top 5 speed. Right now runs 6th. He qualified in 8th, so maybe a driver to keep an eye on here for maybe even a top 5 threat if things go well.
That 21's had some good luck at Las Vegas. Think about last year, Austin Hill got it done in Vegas, so maybe the 21 car. He's got that RCR fun on it. So, yeah, you never know. Justin Carey, you know, I think with that wreck happening, if it were Jeff Wright and Seth Hatchell, anybody has a chance at this race. But Seth Hatchell being out of it, no Mahalski, I think Jeff Wright's still the favorite guy coming in here. But I think maybe these guys could take the fight to maybe the 37 or 36. But what I have to see here is, this, you know, all it takes one bit of strategy call, get yourself track position, get the caution at the right time. We're talking about Justin Carey in victory lane. We're talking about Eric Hutton, maybe Caleb Weekly, any of those guys possible here. Ray Massey, guys that are looking for their first win of the season, and guys that are looking for maybe some of these guys looking for their first career win. Yeah,
Keith Mayato, currently your race leader. He's looking to get back to victory lane after a long time since he's been there. Pace car is into the restart zone. Green flag is out, and good jump for the 36. He should clear once we get to the start-finish line. Samard spun the tires a little bit there from the 4th position. And here comes Angelo Ronis, going to be able to power on by. And Justin Carey, just talking about him, he is battling for the 13th place in points with Cody Adkins. He's currently 14th in the standings. And, you know, I'm sure he would love the bonus payout of that 13th spot. So, right now,
good night for him, I can tell you that.
That's Wright and Hayes battling side by side for second. Can't have the same thing happen that the 8 machine just had as these two battle hard across the stripe. Mayato leads by a couple car lengths, and looks like Wright with the advantage on the top side for the moment, but there goes Hayes, sends it down in.
Oh, that 48 just powered. Oh, he got loose there. He really loose for the 48. Big mistake, and he almost sent that car to the outside wall. Another 37 back underneath him.
Yeah, he cleared Brody, and look at that, cuts down the track.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Brody maybe
just a little contact,
trying to save his stuff a little bit. The low line,
maybe.
I'm not sure.
Jeff had to push a lot right there to get by him. So we'll see. It's 3 wide down the front stretch. Eric Hutton, Ray Massey almost making contact. Caleb Weekly on the bottom.
Hutton able to get on by.
Bailey Turner in 24. Now I'm curious what that caution does too for, let's just say, for the fuel side of things. You know, can you make this on one stop now?
I don't know how many times I've seen this track end up in a fuel mileage race. It could very well end up being the case. Look at this, really tight.
Leaning. Big lean there on the 37. I don't think Ray Massey's going to probably appreciate that too much. Turning out of the inside, following the 88 down the front stretch. But now the 7 kind of throwing a little bit of a block on the 23. Going to race the 24 into the corner. And how about this, Jeff Wright going for the lead on Keith Mayato?
Wright has closed up. He's gone to the outside now. And Keith, one of those guys, you know, he likes to save his stuff. Look at this battle further back here. I cannot get my eyes off of this there. Really pushing it.
Going at it.
Bailey Turner up to the top side.
Clear Mayato for the lead. And look at this. Massey pushed up the racetrack next to the 24.
Yeah, Bailey cannot afford any incidents tonight. He needs to get as many points as possible. And if he crashes out, it is pretty much a guaranteed championship for Jeff Wright.
Oh, yeah. Bailey's got to get a lot of spots here, and he's racing hard for him. He's going to get by Massey, although Hutton slips right in front of him. Turner looked like, oh, this contact. Ray Massey's getting spun sideways to the infield. It looked like he got hit by Turner, and yep, that is going to be raced over for Ray Massey, and it looked like maybe a hip check for the 24 of Bailey Turner. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I wonder if he was trying to shoot the gap, and the 23 came up a little bit. Big hit, though, head on.
Hard hit. And for Ray Massey, and that's his race over, and no caution off the racing service. But yeah, Bailey Turner misjudged that completely, and oh, that's a hard hit for the Clark's Prince shop Ford Mustang.
Back out front, Jeff Wright continuing to lead by now about 3 car lengths over the 36 machine. Brody Hayes about 4 or 5 more.
If Bailey has any damage from that now, I don't think Ray Massey is going to be too happy with Bailey Turner.
Yeah, Bailey's car looks all right. It's just a light touch, but it was enough to send, Ray down into the inside wall with no chance to correct. Unfortunate incident there. Really, it's just kind of uncommon to see that happen amongst these guys, but really tight racing so far in the first 20 laps. And yeah, so we got a battle, I think, starting to brew here for third. Angelo Ronis is right on the back bumper of Brody Hayes, who might be trying
right there too.
Yeah, Justin Carey in 5th. These guys all really pushing the 37, who might be trying to pace himself.
And they're both catching the 48 and the 36 too. And here comes Ronis looking to the inside, goes back in line. Hey, what, man, that 21 car looks probably the best of the bunch of these guys battling right now. And so does the 70. I think the 7's pushing it as well. They're maybe getting a little antsy getting to the gas, but they look like the fastest cars in this group of in this group here, as they've reeled in the top 2. But goes Angelo Ronis to the outside of Hayes. Makes you wonder, that right rear is sensitive. You push up, you might end up like Noah Mahalski did and head onto the outside wall. Oh, big moment for the 36.
Yeah, these guys are
comes 29 underneath 37 and the 36.
And it seems like these cars build loose a little bit, and or maybe they're just loose on the front end of the run. But
36 is really, really loose. That's Hayes with the run.
Angelo trying to do a little bit of side drafting there, trying to stay right on the quarter panel. Can't do it down into turn
Carey.
1.
It looked like he got the wall on the entry of the corner.
Yeah, big slide for Samard. He's going to lose a lot of momentum there. Here comes Weekly.
Right. I think these cars are starting to build loose here. And here comes, like I said, Weekly, and here comes the Hutton right behind him.
Yeah, so this could be interesting. The drivers that save their tires a little bit or are really good with a loose setup. Look at Hutton way up the hill. He's got the wall.
He's in a wall.
Contact.
Oh, he's in it. Here comes Turner to the bottom. Try to get the 2-for-1 spatula to warning. He's going to come up the tracks to get really tight into one over the bumps. He's got him.
Yep, just
Weekly
able to clear.
Cross him over. No, he can't do it. He's got to clear the 88 here. He can't. Hutton's to the outside.
Good stuff here in the mid-pack especially. They are racing like it's the last lap here at Las Vegas, but only lap number 21 up on the board.
Oh, Hutton pushed, and here comes Turner to the inside. Although the outside, Hutton caught the wall again. This might allow Turner to clear, and here comes Weekly behind them with the run. These two stalling each other out. Turner gets the spot.
A little further back.
Turner's trying to get as close as he can to that 48.
Yeah, and Max Costa.
He knows it's going to be between him and Ostrowski big loose there on the bottom.
Yeah, these guys, you can see the car, either they catch the line just a little bit, or they're just pushing a little too hard mid corner there, and they're starting to slide.
I'm noticing these guys, they're like Jeff Wright is getting loose. So is Chris Samard and Brody Hayes. Oh, what a block from the 41 Cost. Shoots up to the outside.
Yeah, Cody Adkins, Dallas Sullivan also battling further back here, 13th and 14th, right behind Alan Dice.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead coming too. Well, I think Jeff Wright, maybe those tires early might have hurt him. There comes Keith Miner to the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think Keith was just trying to pace himself a little bit. Same with Brody. They've seemed to maintain pretty even pace.
I'm noticing both the 36 and the 48, they're kind of slipping up the track, scrubbing their tires a lot. That's allowing Hayes and I think Angelo Ronis and Justin Carey, the top 5, kind of broken away from everybody.
Yeah, this is a very interesting, group up here. And then you got Chris Samard in 6th, who's having a good, strong start to this one. Do want to give a mention.
Pacing in 7th here.
We had mentioned Chris's father last week, and unfortunately, we lost his father the last few days here. So I want to give a big, condolences to Chris and his family, thoughts and prayers to all of them, and his dad, a racer in the Northeast, and he will be missed. So just want to mention that. So in our thoughts and prayers here as of late. But Chris out here trying to run a good one for the 2nd week in a row and see how he can do, and just kind of keep keep his dad's memory alive in a way, running that heritage paint scheme that he likes to run.
77, yeah. And his dad was one of the drivers in the 77 up in the Northeast.
Yep.
Like you said, thoughts and prayers to the Smart family, but Chris doing a good job here in the 6th position and got some good pace here. He's kind of all by himself right now. Bailey turned a little bit off of him and really a little bit off the cars in front of him, but he's got some good pace, and Chris are expected to be better in the long run as Bailey Turner and Eric Hutton behind him, and then there's Caleb Weekly, Nathaniel Ostrowski in the top 10. Runs a lot of good runs for a lot of guys here tonight.
Yeah, and big mover of the race so far, Bailey Turner. He's up 10 spots, and you know, he needs every position he can get. He's definitely climbed through the field already, and at this point, it's going to get more and more difficult as he gets closer to the front. Eric Hutton is up 4 positions. Nathaniel Ostrowski up 5. Looks like Dallas Sullivan gets by Alan Dice now, or he's battling against him here for 11th place.
Oh, he's getting loose.
Oh, Cody Atkins.
Oh, Cody Atkins. Whoa, big loose there for the 55. He tapped the wall.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there for the 55 machine, and we do apologize for any connection problems you may be seeing on your end. It's maybe a server thing here. We've got the 5 contact there. 46 of Sullivan gets into the back bumper, and here comes Cody Atkins. Nathaniel Ostrowski's in this mix. Max Cost. Really big battle here outside the top 10.
And there's no doubt in my mind, I gotta think the 46 might have a dent in the nose now, and that might hurt his aerodynamics for the rest of this race.
Yeah, a little bit of a crinkle there. Not too bad, but you don't want any damage on a track like this. Downforce is almost everything. Speaking of clean air and aerodynamics, Jeff Wright out in front once again by about 4 or 5 car lengths. Keith Maito had closed up, but he's seemingly lost ground. Maybe the 48 was trying to cool his tires down. Maito pushed a little too hard to get up to him, but Brody Hayes hanging right there in 3rd as well, and Angelo has lost a little bit of speed over the last few laps here, but not too bad. Still hanging in 4th.
Angelo, I think, might be somebody to watch out later in this run here. It depends how long we go, but I think that's somebody you might want to watch out for, because he seems like he's been kind of saving his tires a little bit.
Let's keep an eye on other battles. Adkins and Dice still side by side. This is 11th and 12th. The 41 of Ostrowski right there. He's been sliding around a lot. Once again, out of turn number 2.
He's really knocking it sideways here. He's all over the place. He's trying to hold on to it. Yeah, the worst thing for him is if you get somebody tuck up right behind you, take all the air off the spoiler, and then that car's really going to go around. So we know how little downforce these cars have. You can see still slide around. Here comes Cody Atkins to the bottom.
These guys just throwing haymakers at each other right now, and everybody is just on the edge. Looks like the 5 of Dice going to be able to get around Ostrowski. He's going to lose 2 spots as Atkins and Dice going by. Here comes Sullivan. Dallas Sullivan, who's had a really strong season up there in the chase for the championship as well. Lost a little bit of ground, I think, the last couple of weeks, but at one point was up there almost in the 6th place in the standings. Has been very strong, very consistent this season.
He had a great run at Atlanta. I think that's what helped his standings, and he's been really consistent this year too. I think that's one of the things Dallas is so good at, is being consistent throughout a season. That's why he's always flirting with the chase line every year, because of his consistency, and sometimes the strategy calls, they tend to work out. He reminds me a lot of the Joey Logano, where he's consistent, tries some different strategies. He's willing to risk it all, really, for track position. If he can get a good strategy, get him out in front, he's willing to take it and get as many spots he can get.
Yeah, and he's gotten a win in the former Xfinity Series that BTDY ran, and has been runner-up multiple times here in the Premier Series. But right now, battling just outside the top 10. These two really leaning on each other. Big bobble there from the 41 of Ostrowski. Nearly gets into the 46. And
63 as well.
Max Cost, who also was pretty quick in practice. Looking for that race pace right now. Maybe the long run pace not quite there. Oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, he's going to get the wall. Barely. Composite bodies. He'll be fine. Have a little scratch, but all good. I think all the Neon Auto racing cars were pretty decent in practice. We saw Noah Mahalski was pretty decent. He looked like he had speed until he got wrecked, and even the 7 weeklies sitting in 9th right now in the top 10, and then Kosticki has pretty decent speed on the long run.
Looking for other battles on track. It's really just that group outside the top 10. Everybody else pretty much settled in for the moment. Cody Adkins has closed up towards Caleb Weekly here, just about 2 or 3 car lengths. Starting to put pressure on him. Chris Samard has closed in a bit more on Justin Carey. That's also about 2 or 3 car lengths. That would be a battle for the top 5. So Chris having a good strong run here, and look at the speed through the center of the corner. He'll close up to 1 car length. And he's going to take a move down into turn number 3.
77, I think, like we're saying, was saving his tires. He's got some good long run paces. He's underneath Carey here, and I think off of 4 as Carey just bobbles slightly. I think he's set to come out of the gas, and here comes Samard by him and into 5th.
That's a good
pace out of the 30, or out of the 77 here.
Yeah, pretty strong lap right there, even with the pass. So we'll see if he's able to kind of put together a few strong laps and maybe make a run towards the top 3. He's got a little ways up to Angelo Ronas, so a little bit of cleanish air for a little bit here, a few laps at least. We'll see what he's able to do, but good start to this one. Top 3.
Chris got good speed. Top 3. Oh, Brody Hayes just got the wall. Off of 4. Not sure if he has any damage. He's definitely got bodywork damage, but I'm not sure if it's going to be hurting any bit. But he smacked it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good right now. I don't see too much, maybe a few scratches on the right side, but able to keep up his speed here, just about a half second behind Jeff Wright, and the top 3 are closing in on each other once again.
It seems like my Otto and Wright are just kind of trading lap times every now and then, but I'll tell you this, we've seen kind of all season where as these run go longer, Jeff tends to slide the car out a lot more and maybe burn up the right rear a little bit too much. I'm curious to see as we've seen these guys get looser and looser, and now we're racing for the lead here, and you're going to have to start putting the gas pedal down a little bit more. How much is that 48 car going to be sliding around? I know the clean air helps, but we've seen Jeff maybe overstep the limits of the right rear and make it not too happy with them and cost him some time on these longer runs. Saw it at Chicagoland, and what we argue is maybe Jeff's best track. Saw it at Watkins Glen where he struggled on the long run with rear grip. Even Martinsville, I know he won the race and dominated, but he'd be sliding. We remember I think it was second to last run when Cavett started running him down.
Yep.
He looked like he didn't have rear grip.
Here comes my Otto, almost to the back bumper.
Get some clean air to the nose here. He's going to get a run down the backstretch.
He wasn't quite able to put the power down, I think, off of turn number 2, but he's still right there, about a car length behind. This is where it's so important to have that clean air, because Jeff Wright can kind of, manage the 36 behind him.
And right there, you notice that it looks like he had to come out of the gas, but he got right behind him, and it just seemed like the nose just kind of went straight off the corner here. No, Robert Gilmore slow on the racetrack here.
Yeah,
sure if he has damage or not. Going slow.
I heard a little bit of contact, but I think he may have just rolled off of pit lane. Yeah, he just.
Bailey Turner by Chris Samard, or excuse me, by Justin Carey.
Yeah, so Samar's been able to get by. Justin Carey maybe starting to fade a little bit at this point after a very good start to the race. Back to 7th now, but still a driver to keep an eye on. Maybe you can figure some stuff out, as the race goes on. The first run is usually pretty telling of how you practiced, but what you learn in this run can really make or break the remainder of the race. We did see Jeff Wright joined the practice session a little bit late compared to some of these other guys, and that means he may not have gotten the long run in that that we're seeing now. This has been over 30 laps.
Yeah, for sure, but I think he still got, the clean air is helping him immensely, obviously, but I think Keith might be a little bit faster. It just seems like him in the 48 and 36 kind of just trading lap times back and forth. 37 is almost just right there with them. So I just, it's tough. It really is all track position. I think when you get to the top 3, top 5, but Jeff Wright obviously has the clean air, and I think that's the key right now. As this run continues to go on, you're going to probably go another 10 or so laps going, but I think if you're Keith Mayato, I think you want to either pit with them, or you're going to want to overcut them. I don't think you're going to want to pit before them.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely
give yourself the advantage here. I think is the key.
Big Justin Carey headed in. Bailey Turner.
Bailey Turner, Justin Carey.
These guys may be splitting it into thirds pretty much at this point.
Thirds still, yeah.
An interesting call. We'll see if that affects the top few drivers, if they're going to elect to bring it in at any point. Closing in on a battle here. Cody Adkins, Caleb Weekly.
2 seconds off their fastest lap, so that'll be interesting to see.
Wright looks like he'll stay out at least another lap. Don't see any of the top three slowing down. Yeah, I see Alan Dice and Dallas Sullivan.
Baby.
Ooh, Dallas really pushing the issue there.
Oh, he's still sliding in there. Got it.
I think this is one of the more difficult pit lanes to get into.
It is. The transition from banking to banking to apron it's a very harsh transition. It was a couple years ago. Anthony Alfredo and I want to say Alex Bowman. That was almost a pretty bad wreck for somebody I think hitting. And right now, it seems at the moment that the top 7, 8 or so, actually top 10 or so, are going to stay out here. Everybody else though has brought it in, and Bailey Turner and Justin Carey on the racetrack with the freshest tires. See what their lap times are. They are a lap down, but be able to see what their tires are looking like here. Is Dice and Sullivan out of the racetrack and out of pit road.
Yeah, they'll resume green flag racing here, and they're going to be 13th and 14th on the racetrack. Robert Gilmore 2 laps down. Top 10 still all on the lead lap. Yet to bring it down pit lane, as Brody Hayes is going to bring it in.
Brody Hayes coming in.
Really push the issue getting on.
I think that's probably gonna bring Wright and Mayato in here soon. I gotta think.
Yeah, that may be.
Mayato's losing a little bit of time. I think Jeff's kind of found something in that middle lane here, just a little bit compared to Mayato running it on the bottom.
Yeah, and I think it's
bottom
tough.
Is the way to go in 3 and 4 from what I'm noticing.
I think it's tough for Keith maybe, as 48 on the brakes there. It looks like he is not going to bring it in though, so they'll stay out at least another lap. The top 2. Keeping an eye on everybody
He's
else.
Just pushing the fronts a little bit harder, it seems. Keith kind of falling off as we go later in this run. I think he's just struggling with having the front kind of stick into the corner. As Hayes out of the road, he's going to get jumped by, I believe, Turner and Carey, but I don't think he's going to get passed by Sullivan. So pit exit, another big key to this race too, is how much time can you gain on pit exit and pit entry? That could be the difference maker as well.
It could be the difference maker for sure, as Brody Hayes gets back onto the racetrack, but he's lost some ground now to Bailey Turner.
And Keith Maato's doing exactly what I think he should be doing, and he is mirroring the 48. Whenever the 48 pits, I think he's going to pit. And I think he's trying to mirror the line. He doesn't want to be exactly in the line, but he is looking at the line that Jeff Wright's running. And we saw in green flag pit, or in caution pit stops, the 36 crew was able to jump the 48. So we'll be able to see here his battle on the racetrack. Cody Atkins and I believe it's Caleb Weekly battling for 6 on the racetrack for position, 6th in position, and Weekly able to get that spot, but like he's going to be trying to find a way. Or Cody Atkins going to find a way here. I think he's actually pitting here on the bottom. There he comes. Chris Samar now bringing it in. Cody Atkins sends it in there. I think he's going to make it stick. And Keith Mayato, he did not. Keith Mayato pitting in.
Interesting. So he's going to try the undercut here and get a lap.
Now I got to think. He lost a ton of time. Angelo Ronas gained about, I don't know, 5 or 6 car lengths on him.
Oh, it looks like Samard overshot. Samard overshot the box just a little bit there.
Jeff stays out another lap. Interesting.
Yeah, Mayato, not a great entry into pit lane. We'll see as he gets down off the jack, gets rolling. Here comes Bailey Turner. You can see how much time he was able to gain.
Turner's going to get the lead. I think even Hayes, and see if Hayes is able to jump Mayato. If he doesn't, I don't think it's going to be worth the attempt hitting early. I don't think Hayes is going to jump Mayato much.
Looks like he should pass him right there, but yeah, it's going to be.
I don't think it's going to be worth the time that he gained in pit road. I mean, yeah, Hayes had a 42.4 all around in and out of the box, where Mayato had a 39.4. Well, I thought Mayato's was not as great. I don't think Mayato had a good pit stop. I'll give Keith Mayato credit. That crew's been really good for him tonight. Currently, at the moment, Keith Mayato with the fastest in and out pit time. So Jeff Wright's going to have to give it all he's got here on the entry. Cannot afford to lose too much time. Can't afford to. We'll see here. I think he's coming in this time. Oh, he's coming in hot too. He's coming in really hot. Oh, he's coming in really hot. I think he got it.
Yeah.
I thought he got it.
I thought he had some damage there too. It kind of flickered away, but yeah, he really pushed the issue getting down on the pit lane. Really interesting there. Caleb Weekly going to take over the top spot. And the driver's going to start to unlap themselves.
Oh, Jeff almost missed his box. I think he did. He had to back up. See how much that costs him.
Bailey Turner coming through the trial right now. Gonna be able to take
Bailey's
over the
gonna get
top
the lead
spot.
here.
And Jeff.
Keith Maiato is really going to be the. Here comes Jeff out of pit road. He's going to lose here to Keith and Hayes by a considerable amount. We'll see how much time he loses on exit or pit exit here.
Yeah, because Keith has 3-lap-old tires, Brody with 6-lap-old tires, and you got Bailey with 9-lap-old tires. And so Jeff's going to have the advantage, but he's lost a lot of ground now to these guys. We'll take a look at the lap times as they start getting back up to full song here. Across the stripe there, Bailey Turner, 31.96. And when Jeff Wright does his next full lap, we'll get an idea of what kind of times he's running. Caleb Weekly's brought it in from the race lead, so Nathaniel Strowski,
as well.
He's the last.
Get the lap left, so Turner and Carey will cycle out to the top 2, the top 5, but Jeff Wright will be there soon. But top 5 is going to be the 24, 21, 36, 37, 29 at the moment, but probably the 48 here in a couple laps.
Yeah, Jeff Wright looks like he's about 6 seconds behind Bailey Turner, so that's the difference in 9 laps of tires.
You say 4 seconds behind Keith Maiato?
Yeah, it's about 3.8.
Maiato's going to get by Carey here very quick, so we'll see. He's off the corner, and Maiato's going to get him on corner entries where you want to pass to give up the least amount of time. So Carey lets him go, and now Keith Maiato, Brody Hayes are going to start. Now, the question is, does Brody Hayes play a good teammate? He tried to hold off the 48 as Angelo Ronis running the top lane here and holding off right here for the moment, but I think being teammates and all, Angelo will probably get out of the way.
Yeah, that is 3
does.
Lap difference on tires. So yeah, not too sure how this is all going to shake
See
out.
how much of a difference that's going to make.
Yeah, looking at lap times.
And remember, at a certain point, they're gonna even out. Jeff's 0.3 of a lap faster, but I mean, he's gonna be faster no matter what throughout the run. But how many laps are these guys gonna be able to run?
Yeah, they did.
You're gonna probably want to get into 90, I would think, at most.
So Keith came in.
85,
it was lap
90?
48 or 49 there. So that's, yeah, they're going to split it kind of into thirds a little bit, right? They're going to want to go towards lap 95, 90, somewhere in there, like you said. I think that's going to be about the range that they'll want to go. Jeff Wright doesn't have to go quite as far, or he can go the same distance and then just try the overcut at the end. But not exactly sure how that would work out for him. He's lost so much time already.
Keith Maiato is going to get by Bailey Turner here, probably in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's closed right up, and he's going to go to the top side. Bailey going to go to the middle.
That's the difference between 6 lap older tires. So we'll see how 3 lap older tires is going to be. So it'll be interesting to see. But he's got a 3-second gap now over Jeff Wright as Maiato takes the lead. We'll see if these tires are going to be able to even out here as Jeff Wright has caught Hayes and Carey.
Yeah, Jeff has gained 1.2 so far on Keith Maiato in just the few laps that he's been out there. But as you said, things going to start to level out. Let's take a look at the line that time, about 4/10 quicker once again. So haven't quite leveled out just yet, but I think once...
Jeff can get both of these guys. It's going to be really big here. Can't afford to get...
Oh, contact! There goes Hayes!
To the wall!
Wow.
And Carey, contact with Carey, and that's probably going to be race over for Brody Hayes, who slammed the outside wall.
We'll look at the replay here, see what happens.
Oh, yeah, he's coming in. I don't think he's going to be too happy with Justin Carey. And Jeff Wright got a wonderful gift. Got Christmas in July there.
Go back live. Wright moves up to third, and he's got Bailey Turner just 1.1 seconds up the road.
And Bailey let him go. They're teammates. I don't see Bailey putting up a fight. I know they're racing for the championship, but we'll see. I doubt Bailey's going to even be able to put up a fight with the tires.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much elementary at that point. Once he gets there, he'll be able to go right on by.
The Carey and Hayes situation was interesting. Look like Hayes went to the outside, kind of similar to what happened with his teammate. Seth Hatchell kind of just got in the right rear and bounced off of him.
Yeah, they just ran out of room.
I'm not sure how much damage he has.
Carl looks okay. Doesn't look like he has much damage, but he's lost another spot now. Angelo Ronis has moved up to fourth. Wright is working on the 24 machine of Bailey Turner, but he's going to go on by for second, and now it'll be a clear track up to Keith Maiato as lap 60 is completed. Lap
Well, I
61
don't
goes
think
on the
Jeff will
floor.
have any problem getting to the 36 here, unless the 36 is saving tires here. I don't think Jeff's gonna really have much. I don't think Keith's gonna have really much to fight him off with there. I'm surprised because Keith had as much pace as Jeff did. I'm surprised he didn't maybe pit with him.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I was going to say the 48 maybe was saving fuel or something, but he was out front, so he's burning the most fuel of anyone. And I don't think it's a fuel mileage issue for these guys. It was definitely just a decision on when to get new tires. He's pushing pretty hard right now, though. I saw the back end start to rotate a little bit too much out of turn 4. This time across the stripe again, 3.5 tenths the difference. The gap under 1 second. Bailey Turner 2.6 back.
Bailey's going to get a lot of spots out of this one. He's going to lose one to maybe Angelo, but I don't know if maybe Samard's going to get them 3 seconds, a big gap to get to Turner.
And Justin Carey still in the top 5. Chris Samard has got Cody Adkins behind him. They have the same tires as each other, so there could be a battle for 6th. Eric Hutton a lap fresher. He's in the 8th spot, trying to get up to those guys and start to do battle with them. Freshest tires on the racetrack are Caleb Weekly. He's back in 11th. Has not made too much ground since that pit stop, though. But he should be able to get by Alan Dice and Dallas Sullivan, who have 20-lap-old tires. And that'll get the 7 back into the top 10. That's kind of the summary of all the strategies that we're seeing out here. But Brody Hayes, yeah, he's brought it in. He's taking it behind the wall for the moment, I think. Or at least a very extended stay in the pit box. He's already 6 laps down. So
Yeah, I don't think he's too much of a happy camper. Oh, big moment off of 4. Alan Dice almost spun it out the corner. Got it back going, though, as this field is really, really getting spread out over time, as Jeff Wright is almost on the back bumper of Keith Mayato.
yeah, just 2 car lengths the difference between these 2 leaders. And Mayato
Keith
maybe...
picked up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it's still about 3 tenths per lap, but as he gets closer, right, that's when it's going to start to get a little tougher. Take a look at the stripe this time, 475 to a, I'm seeing a 291.
91, yeah.
So still about 2 tenths of a second, and he is there now, 1 car length.
48 has.
And Keith's
Be
probably,
able to get him here. Keith can't let him get to the outside here.
he may not have
I
a
don't
choice really, but it looks like 48 going to be
Yeah,
able
I
to
think
just...
the 48's just got so much more time. Although he's pushing right here, so 36 might be able to, or 48 to cross him over here. Now the front stretch, now Keith's going to have to pin him down. Although I don't know if he's going to have much of an answer for the 48 as he goes down to the inside for the lead.
We'll see if the 48 tries to pull off a little bit of a
Yeah,
slide
48 hooks
job,
up right there.
and he's going to do it.
Keith's going to have to cross him. Keith Mayato crosses him over. Going to have to pull him back down the front or down the back stretch here. Well, he's going to be in the worst arrow spot here, being on the inside. Jeff's going to take all that arrow away on the right side. And Keith has to get out of the gas right there. That's going to allow 48 to get right on by him on 4.
Yeah,
He got it.
And that's a change for the lead right there. Wright goes on by, gets back to the top spot. He has now led 46 laps in this race.
We
Out
got
of
a good battle brewing too from 5th on back.
Yeah, these guys all starting to close up on each other, and pretty even tires for Samard, Hutton, and Adkins. Justin Carey, pretty old tires at this point. He may even bring it into the next 10 or 15 laps. He's lost a lot of ground to the top 4 drivers. But Samard is right there. He's closed right up.
This is going to be a good battle for 5th here for the rest of this race. I think this is going to be really, really good racing.
Yeah, Samard has been strong right here in 5th or 6th all race long, and Hutton is charged up here. You know, his first race back in a long time. Started in 12th. He's up 5 spots to 7th. He's going to look to the inside of the 77. Samard going to go to the top side, see if he can get around Justin Carey, who's hogging the bottom lane.
Ooh, big moment there for the 88. Yeah, Carey's going to be on the bottom. He's going to give you in a bad arrow spot with older tires here. He's going to probably slide up. Although Samard isn't really running on his door, so that's going to probably help the 21 not get as tight. But he's going to get tight now. Right here, he's going to have to come out of the gas. He's getting really, really tight. That should allow Samard to get by, and I think it might allow Hutton to get by too.
Yeah, he's just going to follow Chris on through. Cody Adkins, I think, maybe just keeping a little bit of a distance back here, just seeing how things
Cody's
were going
been
to...
really patient. Really good long-run pace for the 55 team. I think Cody's looking right on the door, knocking on the door for top 5 for sure. And Angelo Ronas, I think, just got by Bailey Turner, is looking to get by Turner for 3rd up ahead in the distance.
Yeah, they are fighting side by side. Big slide for the 24 up the hill. Looks like Angela should be able to get on through. He goes to the third spot. Bailey back to fourth, but still big gain for
Hutton.
him.
Hutton got by Samard here down the front stretch, and now Samard trying to find a way around him. I don't think he will, as Hutton does have 1 lap fresher tires than the 77 and about 8 lap fresher tires than the 21. And I think Cody Atkins has the freshest, or no, he has 22 laps on his tires. So what we see here is, tell you what, Caleb Weekly, I thought he was running him down. He has pretty much three lap fresher tires, just hasn't been able to put the pace together to get to him.
Yeah, he's still a little bit quicker than Samard and Carey and really all those guys in front, but not quite enough. It's going to take him a while to get there, being 3 seconds behind the 55 machine. Yeah, as like a Justin Carey trying to put the pressure back on Samard, not quite able to get there, and here comes Adkins, going to look to the inside. He'll slide up the hill, not going to be able to.
Tight. Hutton got tight here, allows Chris Smart to get closer to him. See what he'll do. Chris Smart running up on the middle lane. Carey running about a half a lane higher than him, and Cody Atkins painting that white line on the bottom. It doesn't seem like you can really move around here to get a lot of speed. You get a little bit, but I feel like it just tears up your tires too much.
Yeah, they are searching for grip and not finding much out here. The 21 way up the hill. That used to be.
Chris's line of the diamond.
Yeah, really good.
Oh,
big hit for Justin Carey into the outside wall.
Good.
He ran the top lane, which really did used to be a good, effective way around this racetrack, but not tonight. That has not been a good way to get around here, I think.
Looked like he got too high and then up into the marbles.
Yeah. That used to be, in a lot of ways, the preferred lane here at Las Vegas. I remember the top side.
Running the wall.
Yeah, you would run the wall for the entire race, and the bottom lane was almost impossible to use down in 1 and 2.
And he used to run the wall in. Well, now even nowadays you can see guys running the wall. I think we see mostly in the fall race. You see because it's hot in Las Vegas in October and September, but you'll see a lot of guys running up into the wall and running on the wall. We saw Christopher Bell. We saw I believe it was Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, especially this year, running up on the wall. I think here, at least tonight, you don't see him really getting up to the wall. And obviously, you know, one thing that does bother me, I don't know why the walls aren't yellow like they are in real life. But other than that, I guess it's not too much to grab about.
Yeah, I guess they haven't updated it yet. They may need to do.
Yeah, I'd love for them to update it soon. This track, it was awesome. Now I can tell you that.
Well, they've got the garage too, right? A new garage area, I think, out here. Or maybe I'm thinking of that's Phoenix, actually.
Yeah, Phoenix has a new garage. Yeah, Neon Garage.
The Neon Garage. Yep. Yep.
If I could recommend any fan experience to anybody, I would have to say, other than Daytona, Las Vegas has just a phenomenal garage setup, and it really is, truly is an amazing setup. And I must give credit. I gotta give credit to SMI and a lot of these guys. They do a really good job in making sure that the fan experience is worth the money you're paying.
Yeah, I've been to the racetrack out there once, but never for an actual event. Just kind of stood in the stands when I was driving through, and it was 120 degrees that day. No. We were just quickly passing through. We were surprised that we could even get that far into the facility, but 120 degrees out there that day. We were not going to be walking around for all that long. But
thank the Lord in heaven we don't have a race there in the summer.
Oh man, it was brutal. I mean, you step outside and you're instantly losing weight, so you're losing water, sure. but you're not sweating really, right? It's just evaporating instantly. So yeah, I mean it's hot enough here as is in the fall when they run here, but yeah, definitely an interesting venue out here in the desert, and can make for very interesting racing conditions. As looking at Keith Mayato and Jeff Wright, they're starting to separate from each other. That gap is up to 1.2 seconds as we're getting close to the 2/3 of the way through the race. Do a quick recap of how things have gone. Just one caution, that was for Noah Mikulski and Seth Hatchell early on in this one, battling for second. They got together and both three got turns, head on into the wall, but they are out of this one at the tail end of the scoring chart there. 7 lead changes, and Jeff Wright has led the majority of this one. He's looking for his 7th win of the season, and still have quite a few cars left in this one, 12 to be exact. Brody Hayes, Nathaniel Ostrowski, Robert Gilmore looks like he's taking it behind the wall, so still just 12 cars all on the lead lap in contention for this one. We are now at lap 80. We're going to go to a quick side-by-side and hear from tonight's race sponsors.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Back at the racetrack for the Martinsville 180 at Las Vegas. It is still Jeff Wright out in front. Keith Mayato starting to make some inroads here. And that gap is under 1 second. And looks like maybe Jeff Wright is going to bring it in. And Keith Mayato is not going to join him. So the 36 is going to go with the overcut this time. We'll see how that shakes out. But Jeff Wright, your race leader, he's dominated this one once again. He's going to pull it in. Eric Hutton also going to bring it in from inside the top 5. We did see a battle further back. Cody Adkins, Chris Samard fighting for position. Keeping an eye on other pit stops that have happened here. Angelo Ronis brought it in not long ago. He's back on the racetrack now. Dallas Sullivan, Justin Carey, Alan Dice, they've all brought it in pretty recently. So top 7 have yet to pull it back down pit road. Mayato going to stay out one more lap. We'll see how much longer he goes here. I mean, we're going to have over 30 to go. If he can get a significant enough overcut here, it might work out the same way that it just worked out for Jeff Wright.
Although he was a second back behind Jeff, but he was on 3-lap older tires this time. And at the end of the stint for Jeff, Keith Mayato was better than him the last few laps. So we'll see if Mayato can put together a couple good laps here, get a better pit entry, pit exit. I think Heath's gonna have a shot at him. He's just gotta, I think he's gotta pit it in probably a lap or 2 from now. So he's gotta do it quick.
You gotta have a significant enough difference on your tires, right, for that to really make a difference. I mean, if he just pitted 1 lap later, I don't think it would be enough, and he would have already lost enough time that it would be difficult to overcome.
Yeah, he's got to go another 2 or 3 more laps, I think. If he can pit at 90, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, let's see what he elects to do here. Staying on the racetrack another lap.
I like it.
Yeah,
Why not try something different? As they say, roll the dice in Las Vegas. Gamble. Got to do somewhat of a gamble in Vegas, right?
Yeah. and that is what he's doing, looking for that first win in a long time. Another driver who's having a strong run tonight, Chris Samard, currently runs second, has yet to make that pit stop. And then Caleb Weekly, who pit later than everybody else, he is staying on the racetrack here, about 4 lap fresher tires than the top 2 that are still out there. Jeff Wright, first car 1 lap down. Bailey Turner is there behind him. He's got 3 lap older tires than the 48 though, so Bailey really has
here
not.
Comes Keith. Here comes Keith.
Bailey has not had that upper hand.
3 lap pressure tires.
Yeah, it'll be even more than that because Jeff coming across the stripe, I think that's now 4 laps on his tires. He'll get unlapped now, and Keith working towards his pit box. Has to be perfect right here. He's been pretty good on pit lane so far.
He's a good stop. He's good pit entry, and a good entry into the box too.
Yeah.
So it's up to the crew. Give him a good stop. Jeff Wright had a 39.8 second, or 39 seconds. Almost 40 seconds, really, in total pit lane in, pit lane out. We'll see what Keith Mayato is able to have as he's rolling out of pit road. Here comes Jeff Wright, gonna go by him.
Almost.
Keith Mayato had a 39.8, right, or 39.7 right with him. So now Keith Mayato, if he can get 4 or 5 seconds behind, I think he might have something for him. We'll see here.
Yeah.
Can't fall back much more than that here. Can't forward to go 6, 7 seconds behind. We'll see.
He's almost 6 back already. It is 6 seconds now. Still getting up to
It's gonna be
speed.
close.
Did he have a penalty or something here? He's pretty slow. He's bringing it back in.
He sped.
Oh,
He
wow.
sped, yep. And that's gonna probably do his chances in.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That's gonna give Jeff Wright. I mean, there's no question in my mind. That's gonna give Jeff Wright the win, unless we get a caution.
Yeah, nobody else really even close to him. I mean, Angelo Ronis would be the next closest on tires and distance, but he's still 4.5 seconds behind. Jeff Wright just in a dominant form, and his closest competitors have either taken themselves out or gotten penalized here as Mayato pulls it back in. I wonder if he had some type of a fueling issue possibly. He's getting tires put back on, not sure.
Oh, wow. He's getting tires back on. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's maybe a mistake, but that's going to be...
I don't think there's loose wheels, so it can't be a loose wheel.
He's sitting on pit lane for a bit now, so I think it was a penalty, and that may be even him calling it a night. The 48 machine, though, I mean, he's been dominant all season, looking for his 7th win. I think it was a couple seasons ago he had close to that many race wins. He's been very strong here since his debut in the league. Once they got out of the next gen machines that first season, he's been, right at the front of the field, and basically every single race he's up there fighting for the win. We see him on Saturday Night Racing League as well, and champion over there in the past and many time race winner, and bringing his talents over here to the BTDY Racing League, and been very, very strong. Bailey Turner, another driver who has been strong since he's debuted, saving some fuel possibly. I don't think that's the case. I think he can go the rest of the distance.
I don't think so. 40, I think, is about the max. He can probably go 44, 43, 44. It looks like the max you can go on fuel here. So
yep.
Interesting to see all the. I think Bailey's probably going to get a good chance at a podium here. Cody Atkins too. He might have a good chance at a podium as well.
Yeah, he's looking very strong, starting to close the distance.
He's 8 seconds behind Bailey, so we'll see. He's closing on Eric Hutton.
To get a runner-up finish, possibly. We'll see what he's able to do. Hutton, right there in that 4th spot. Cody Adkins, Justin Carey, Chris Samard. We were looking at all of them battling at one point. Samard has lost some ground, but he has much fresher tires than Justin Carey, especially, and then a couple cars in front. Actually, he's got fresher tires than basically everybody else in the field. So
the entire field. I think he pitted after Keith Mayato pitted, so I think that's gonna be good for him. Maybe
he's working on it. Right now, currently runs 6th. Justin Carey in the 6th spot. Chris Martin 7th. Cody Atkins still trying to do what he can to close up to 4th place Eric Hutton, but that gap's still remaining about 6 or 7 tenths. Hutton, your second biggest mover of the race, up 8 positions. But Bailey Turner up 15 from where he started. He has gotten every position he can other than the race lead, and is trying to hold off Angelo Ronis for the moment.
I don't think he's going to be able to really hold him
Yeah.
off much because of the tire advantage. So we'll have to see, but
Yeah.
it'll be pretty tough, I think, for him to hold him up. But we'll see here. Is Bailey losing time about 4.5 seconds back. I think Angelo's going to be looking at his first top 2. I don't know if Angelo's gotten the top 2 this year. I think he's come close for sure.
Yeah.
But he's looking like he's going to be looking at a top 2 here for sure, a top 3.
Yeah, I'm seeing some right side damage on that car. I'm actually, I don't know if it's just a visual glitch. I'm seeing sparks flying out of the 29 machine. But interestingly enough, if Bailey Turner got turned right there, that might have been actually a good thing for him if he was able to save the car. Not.
You call to get him up to 2nd.
Yeah, I can't believe it's worked out as well as it has, but he's got really good speed even on the long run. It's worked out as well as it has, but he's got really good speed even on the long run. Right now, about 0.3 a lap slower than Jeff Wright, who's 6.5 seconds ahead. You know, just nobody's touching the 48 at this point, unless something happens. But I don't see that really being the case. I mean, they're not really running up on lap traffic just yet. I don't think those guys will cause any issues. Here goes Cody Adkins, going to send it to the inside. The 88 of Eric Hutton. Dukes Mayo and Kane's
Jeff Wright's hoping no caution.
chicken fingers. Good combo right there, I guess. Fighting for position.
Oh, I disagree.
Yeah,
I disagree.
maybe not.
I'll be a mayonnaise guy. I'm sorry.
Well, Duke's mayonnaise, that's the best that you'll get, I think. You know, here in the U.S. That's
I don't think anything.
agree to disagree.
I've never been a mayonnaise guy. A lot of my families. My mom loves mayonnaise. Even my grandparents really. I cannot get behind mayonnaise. I'm sorry.